Hey there. I am looking for a specific group of people who are looking from transitioning from 3D to 5D or just getting out of the matrix. I had a really cool discussion with a group of ascended masters, and let me say the list for you: teachers, celestial beings, ancestors, guides, and angels who are here on earth right now to help us make this transition. So if you are one of those people, stay tuned. This is Reality Check with Tracy G. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Tracy G from the Heart, and this is my new series, Reality Check, where I want you to check in to your reality and see if it's where you want to be. So I'm going to get right into it. There were 11 different symptoms and instructions from this new group of ascended masters, teachers, celestial beings, ancestors, guides, and angels, like I just said, that have come together and decided that they wanted to be seen as a group. Okay, this was just I was in meditation. I get downloads all the time, or ideas all the time of ways to change my frequency, change my vibration into these higher frequencies of love, acceptance, joy, being kind and giving and receiving more of a symbiotic relationship in this world. And anyway, so I'm just going to get into it. I'm so excited. So first of all, let me tell you what they want to be called. Okay, so you can either do the acronym DAT, like look at that, DATT, or ACT, ACTT. The first one, if you want to call them, is a Divine Ascension Transition Team, or the other word or acronym you could use is ACT, Ascending Consciousness Transition Team. So whichever one works best for you, DAT or ACT, let me know in the comments if you have one that I kind of like ACT because they do want us to act right now. So Ascending Consciousness Transition Team. Oh, so good. Anyway, so I have my book here. I wrote it down because right after I got out of meditation, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to write this stuff down. So first of all, I got to tell you, so this was the first thing that happened when I wrote down that Divine Ascension Transition Team. As soon as I wrote it down, one of the lights flickered in the room I was in, and it had never flickered before. It just kind of went off and then back on, and the rest of the ones in the room didn't move at all. It was just that one. And so anyway, I just took that as a sign that, yep, message received, you got it down, thank you very much. And so I'm like, thank you for the acknowledgement. So anyway, so I'm going to go into some symptoms and instructions on what they want you to do. Now we're going to first go into some symptoms, and then we'll go into some instructions and actions. Okay, so the symptoms. There's actually more than 11 because I realized I got 11 in that transmission or in that after that meditation, but I had some before that. So here are the 9 symptoms. Okay. Number 1, ringing in your ears. Sometimes it's just in the right. I've had it in both, or actually feeling like a change in pressure sometimes. That is actually you switching from one density to another in frequency, from one reality to a different one. So if you want, you can check with your doctor, but 9 times out of 10, especially if you're on this transmutation kind of a thing with the rest of us, it's just your body shifting frequency. Okay, number 2 is if you notice an unconscious change in diet. I personally started wanting more water and more like nuts and fruits and healthy things. I stayed away from chips and stuff, and I didn't do it consciously. I actually even quit drinking. I started drinking NA alcohol when I'm out. So because my body just does not metabolize and does not like alcohol anymore. So that's another thing that you might notice. The number 3 is you may notice that you need more time alone. Like people just, yeah, are a little just too much sometimes and you need to have your alone space. Take it. I'm telling you, if you feel a need to rest because your energy levels, that's another one. Number 4, your energy levels might fluctuate immensely during this time. You have a lot of energy and getting a ton of stuff 1 minute or for 2 or 3 hours, and then all of a sudden you just crash and you need to take a nap and you're like, or go to bed early or something. That is all also part of the process. Number 6, you just have a more of an appreciation for nature. You find yourself wanting to be out in the trees or looking at a blade of grass just in awe, or feeling it under your toes, or a butterfly, or just being out in nature seems sacred. Okay, another one, you find yourself taking more deep breaths. Breathe in to 4, breathe out to 8. That's a really good way to bring in the light and to breathe out what no longer serves you. It's called an ocean breath. And then breathing out with your mouth. If you've noticed yourself doing that a lot more without even realizing you're doing it, you are sending consciousness. You are sending in the consciousness, and that is one of the symptoms. So I have a hair. Sorry, guys. Okay. Anyway, then the next one. Okay, so this next one happened to me right after I got the name of their Ascending Consciousness Transition Team. I all of a sudden had to go to the bathroom. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here, guys, but you know what I mean. And I was sitting there going, what the heck is going on? So I asked to speak to someone from the communications team in this Ascended Consciousness. And I got a voice in my head, kind of like, operator, standing by. And I'm like, hey, is this normal? Like, what is going on? And I got told very politely that it is part of the purge. And I'm like, oh, that reminds me of that movie, which was not good. And she's like, no, it was a female voice. She said, it's just, we are cleaning out the denser material from your light body, or from your body and your light body. So needing to go to the bathroom quickly, or having any kind of digestive issues can also be a symptom. Next one is you might just lose weight because you are eating cleaner, you are drinking more water, you are exercising and moving more. Moving more, by the way, is a way, if you are having a lot of that denser, where you're just tired all the time, get up and make yourself move, whether it's Tai Chi, doing a little bit of yoga, stretching, just taking a mile walk or a 20-minute walk, anything to like move and stretch your body, bringing it in, pushing it out, bringing it up, bringing it down, getting your shoes off, go stand on the earth for 5 minutes. Now it's getting colder, so I did buy one of those grounding mats. You can get them pretty cheap. Just go look for one. Yeah, so anyway, and then the last one is that you may start to organize your space. Like, I don't want a lot of messiness around me. It clogs, it brings down my vibration. So I want clean surfaces. I want to see see my counter. I want to make my bed. I want to take a shower or take a nice Epsom salt bath and cleanse myself. Like, I'm just clearing all of my spaces on me and around me. And ask my husband, that's not normal for me because I am a creator. We are all creators. And in this time, being a creator, you need to clean a space so that you have more room for more stuff to come in. So even if it's just one little area where you like to calm yourself, make sure you have a nice clean space where you're not surrounded by clutter. Clutter is a lower vibration. So clean your clutter. Tell yourself you're only going to work on it for 10 minutes once a day, and you will notice that it gets done really quickly. Okay, so those are the symptoms. Now let's get into some of the instructions that I got. Oh my gosh. So, number 1, I was told not to drink coffee. No. I was like, wait, what? And now that was the point where I knew it wasn't me talking, because I would have never came up with that one. So it told me to drink warm water with lemon instead, or warm water with lemon, and I can put a little bit of cinnamon, like 2 or 3, like a teaspoon of cinnamon in there, with ginger, coconut water, cayenne pepper if you wanted to really help with the cleansing process, and to drink a minimum of 64 ounces of water a day. And I was like, whoa, but actually that isn't a whole lot. They say, whoever they are, that however much you weigh, you should divide it by 2, and that's how many ounces you're supposed to have in a day to be healthy. So drink more water. Okay, next, their next instructions was to stay in the flow. Stay in the flow. Let things flow. Ask your heart center for your next activity, or ask your heart center, does this feel right? Does this feel like what I'm supposed to be doing? And then the next one was work on mind and heart congruency, because most addictions are based in fear. Fear that your heart isn't going to like what your head is saying, or the other way around, okay? So they don't talk to each other. And if you have watched any of my other videos, and I'm going to put a chakra video on here with my sound bowls, probably the next one after this one, but this one kind of took priority. But yeah, basically your throat chakra will get stuck because it's like the little child between mom and dad, the head and the heart, and it doesn't want to make anybody mad, and it wants to keep everybody safe and happy. So it will sometimes not speak the truth just to try to calm the heart, because the heart doesn't like what it's hearing, or is scared, or is like, oh, that scares me too much. So your throat chakra will get blocked, or start speaking things that aren't the truth. They're more or less things you'd like, but they're not true to your situation. So it's okay to speak what you want to be, but if you're in a situation where there's an outside problem going on and you are just pretending like it's not there, you need to be honest with yourself and with others. One they told me to do is to bless your food and water before drinking and eating your food, giving thanks for the food, for giving you life, for giving up its life if it's meat, and speak aloud or into or onto what you are eating for the most benefit. So, blessing it with your hands or praying over it, giving thanks, gratitude. Water does change molecularly. That's a fun word. Depending on the vibrations that you are saying to it, which is awesome. There's a guy, you can go look it up, where the water turned into like blossoming flower, like kaleidoscope kind of, when he froze it after speaking love and positive things. And the one that he spoke negative things was all a mashed up mess. So I will try to remember who that was. And if anybody knows, put it in the comments. Okay. And then let me see, we're almost done. Oh, make sure you listen to higher vibrational music. Anything that brings you joy. With me, it's like 70s music or sound bowls. I play Tibetan sound bowls from Amazon Music. And there's also David and Steve Gordon. They do sound bowls. on your Alexa or Echo or Google or whatever you use. So get in the habit of listening to that kind of music when you're getting ready in the morning and quit listening to the news or any kind of media that's out there right now. That is not the vibration you want to be on all day long, okay? That is a lower frequency to bring fear and to make you more vulnerable to doing what they want, whoever they are. But if you stay in your heart center, in love, feeling taken care of and joyful, and at least in the beginning of the day, if you want to watch it later at like noon or something or whatever, if you have to, but I'm just saying, don't do that the first thing in the morning. That's going to really bring you down into that lower frequency right away. Next one, you can do a meditation in the morning. I wake up a half hour before I need to get up and turn on there's apps out there for meditations. I use Moonly, Moonly, and no, they are not paying for this. And then I also have Crystal Cook. She also has a YouTube channel here. And she has a wonderful clearing one that's for morning. I would do something like that. And then, let's see. Oh, so that's that one. Next one is yoga or Tai Chi stretching. I already talked about that. And I already told you about, and a gentle reminder, everything is vibration. Every thought you have puts you into a vibrational tone, which is what you're going to experience. Like attracts like. If you are having negative thoughts, you are telling the universe you want to be in that lower vibrational frequency. So your thoughts matter, your words matter, and your actions matter. And that is the last one of the day. You need to take action. Like I'm doing right now. If you have been feeling called to do something, this is the time to do it. If it makes you feel joyful, if it makes you feel passionate and happy, like drawing, reading, writing, singing, all the things, anything that brings you joy, running, playing, skipping, anything that you are feeling in your heart that you're supposed to be doing, or that you're like, oh, I love doing it, do it. That's what this whole frequency is about. Us bringing our joy back, us bringing our authentic selves back online to be who we were supposed to be. So with that, I am just going to send you some white light and love from the Divine Creator. Thank you for watching this video, and I will hopefully be back with more information from these guys, the ACT team, or that Let's Go Do Dat, sometime soon. All right. Take care. Bye.